All right, welcome to Northmead Reserve for the second grade game between Baulkham Hills and Ryde. Baulkham Hills unfortunately going down in third grade by one run. Baulkham Hills certainly looking to recover things here in this game. Let me just take you quickly around the diamond, the way that manager Scott Downey has put the team out there. On the bump to start with for Baulkham Hills is young Nick Sukins. Behind the dish is Caleb Tunkin. First base is Craig Lewis. Second base, Matthew Courtney. Shortstop, Jordan Castle. And in the hot corner, Chris Ings. Out in left field is Adrian Hamley. Patrolling centre field is Lucas Setter. And in right field, Sam Levick. Behind the plate today, we have Joel Marchant. And once again, doing bases is Jason Spurway. Quite a warm day here at Northmead. The temperature has popped up to 32 degrees. It's quite humid. There's a little bit of cloud cover toward the end of third grade, but those clouds have moved on and the sun is shining. It is very humid though. The rain that the field copped over the last couple of days is certainly coming out of the ground at the moment. All right, the lineup for Ryde. The way that they are going to be sent out today. Lachlan Heap will lead things off. Lachlan playing shortstop today. Frank Clark, centre fielder. Batting number 2, Matt O'Neill, the designated hitter, is hitting third. Sebastian Matthews playing third base is hitting 4. Jack Nairn, first baseman, is hitting 5. In the 6th spot is Luke Livian playing right field. Kai Stacey catching today, hitting 7. Matthew Kelleher is in left field. And John, I haven't quite got his surname. I need to have a chat with the Ryde coaches to try and get their penmanship up a little bit. We are ready to start. Nick missing on that first pitch. Comes back after 2 balls with a good strike. Nick off to Ranger College over in Texas next year. We certainly wish Nick all the best, and Lockie reaching out with that one, getting that bat head low on that ground ball over to Matthew Courtney. Matthew just making an easy throw over to Craig Lewis at first base for the first out. Frank Clark playing centre field. Frank part of the New South Wales Metro Under-18 squad, taking part in the Australian Youth Championships in early January 2025. Frank takes that first pitch for a strike. Nick quickly ahead with 2 strikes. And Frank swings past that pitch. Nick recording his first strikeout of the game. Brings Matt O'Neill to the plate. Matt recently returned from a successful and and a diving catch there by Jordan Castle on a ball that could easily have been a single. What a catch. That was wonderful. Wide World of Sports classic catches. That was brilliant. Well done. That's the end of the first innings. We'll be back with the bottom of the first innings very shortly. And we are back. An excellent end to the first innings with a diving catch by Jordan Castle to get what could easily have been a single. Matthew Courtney leading things off for Baulkham Hills. Lex Traddle's on the mound for Ryde. Matthew taking that first pitch strike. Matthew lines that one, taken by Lachlan Heap at shortstop. Nicely hit. Once again, could have easily been a single had that gotten through. Lucas Setter, centre fielder today for Baulkham Hills second grade. Holds up on that, but umpire Joel Marchant says yes, that got the bottom corner. Lucas leaves that one 1 ball and 1 strike. Lucas being very patient here at the moment. 3 balls and 1 strike. Not giving Lex Traddles any assistance at all. A big swing over the top of that pitch. Takes the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Lucas with a swing and a miss on that pitch. Sings leaves that first pitch for a called strike. Crissings also being patient here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Lex fills up the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chris punches that one to second base. To get Crissings out at first, that's the end of the first innings. We'll be back with the second innings shortly. All right, we are back. Nick Sukins back on the mound for Baulkham Hills. Brings up Sebastian Matthews. Sebastian gets after that ball, fouls it off to the left-hand side. And again, Sebastian fouls that one. That one went back behind the scorer's hut. And Seb swings through that one. One away for Ryde. And that ball is hit deep into centre field by Jack Nan, but can of corn there for Lucas Setter. 2 away. Brings up Luke Livian. Luke playing right field for Ryde today. Drives that one into right field, lines it straight to young Sam Levick there. That's a very quick innings for Nick Sukins. We'll be back. back. Bottom of the second innings, Jordan Castle now batting for Baulkham Hills. Takes that ball low. Just a very quick correction. Nick Sukins is heading to Cisco College in Texas, not Ranger College. I do apologise to that, and we do wish Nick all the best in his college endeavours. Jordan now at 3 balls and no strikes. Lex just having a little bit of difficulty finding that zone. He's just down, out, up. There he goes. If you're a young pitcher and you do get to 3 balls, just settle yourself. Go back to your basics and throw that ball. And Jordan has, and umpire Neil Roper is calling that as coming off Jordan Castle's foot. There's a foul. I did hear the call of foul. Neil confirming that. We're just having a quick chat between the 2 umpires on that one. We had a similar situation in 3rd grade earlier where a ball came off Leo Turco's foot. Was picked up by the first base umpire, Jason Spurway. It's one of those things that for young umpires, when you are on first base or when you're on the field, just watch for that. After that conference, Joel Marchant's just heading over to the coach of Ryde to explain the call there. We've got a couple of people coming across there. We've got the pitcher and the catcher. And yes, confirmed by Joel Marchant as a foul. All right. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jordan Castle. Jordan fouls that one off to the right. Quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Grilled. Grilled provide our juniors with player of the match certificates, allowing them a discount at Grilled. Grilled can be found at the Rouse Hill Town Centre, and we thank them for that. And a hard hit ground ball over to second base sees Jordan Castle ground out. Brings Craig Lewis to the plate. Craig Lewis, a member of the Australian silver medal baseball team back in 2004 over in Athens, along with a number of other names that you might recognise. Chris Oxspring was on the pitching staff there, and Gavin Fingelson was a position player on that squad. Craig has once again taken the count to 3 balls and no strikes. Lex having a bit of difficulty finding the zone early in the count, and misses on the inside, and Craig is aboard. All right, Adrian Hamley, Baulkham Hills left fielder, now in the box. Craig taking a reasonable lead. Ball down and in, picked up nicely by Kai Stacey. And that ball was called a strike at the top of the zone. Lex just checks over to first base. Craig Lewis back in plenty of time. Adrian Hamley with a big swing. Laughing at himself. He knows he shouldn't have swung at that one. And Adrian dumps that one into centre field. Frank Clark picking that one up. No throw to second base though. That's a single to Adrian Hamley. Runners now on first and second with one out. Despite what the scoreboard currently says, not the score on the screen. The score on the screen is correct. Sam Levick, the right fielder, takes that pitch for a strike. The Jack's Tyre and Auto scoreboard here, much more than just tyres. It's currently showing 2 outs. That's not quite right. And that ball in the dirt skips away from Kai Stacey. And Craig Lewis and Adrian Hamley. I know there's only 1 out. I know there's 1 out. I'm being told by the dugout that there's 1 out. They reckon I can control that. I'm not controlling that. Someone up there is controlling that. I'm glad the dugout are awake. At least they know. Hang on. Here's another ball. I got that one off the foot. Oh, the second grade dugout, they make me laugh. That foul ball just went up to up behind the dugout, then came racing down the hill and caught me on the foot here in the commentary area. I'm fairly certain that it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sam. Yes, it is. And there is only 1 out. As I said, the Jack's Tyre and Auto scoreboard has 2 outs. But there is only 1. Sam with an opportunity to score some runs here. Sees that ball up. Kai just not quite gloving that one, but the ball dropping at his feet. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lex once again fills the count, throwing a lot of pitches here. And Sam is aboard with a walk. That's 2 walks and a hit this innings. Stepping into bat is the catcher, Caleb Tunkin. Caleb is off to Edmond College in Washington. Washington State, that is, on the west coast. Moves that ball down. It's great to see the number of kids who are actually heading off to college. We certainly wish all players all the very best with their studies and their baseball career. Caleb swings through that pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. No. All right. Caleb taking that pitch for another strike. One ball and 2 strikes on Caleb. 1 out. Opportunity for a run here. The infield not too far in. Caleb swings and misses on that one for a strikeout. 2 out for Baulkham Hills. Brings Tim Richards, the designated hitter, up for Baulkham Hills. It was a big out for Ryde. And you need 1 more. There are runners on all bases, so an easy ground ball. And that's popped up. That's popped up. And Lex Traddles takes that himself for an out. And Baulkham Hills strand 3. That's the end of the second innings. We'll be back with the third innings in a few minutes. All right, we are back. Nick Sukin's continuing to work very efficiently at the moment. Kai Stacey, Ryde catcher, now batting. Errant swing there by Kai. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And foul tip into the mitt of Caleb Tunkin for the first out. Brings Matt Kelleher into bat. Matt playing left field today. Shows bunt. But no swing on that. Pitch was a little high. Leaves that one as well. All right, Nick fallen behind here, 3 balls. Comes back with a strike. And comes back with another strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Matt. And Nick gets Matt with a big swing and a miss. Jun Kamayo Raiso, I apologise if I don't get that pronunciation correct. Playing second base today, takes that first pitch for a strike. Quick shout out to RBI, located out here at Rouse Hill on Annengrove Road, as Jun fouls that one back. RBI provide a small discount to our club members, and we thank them for that support. Go and take a look at their store. Got plenty of bats, mitts, clothing, and Jun. And there's a little bit of a to and fro between the third base coach and the home plate umpire, Joel Marchant, on that one. That was definitely foul. So saying RBI out at Annengrove Road. Go out and have a look. And Nick just misses inside on that one. Thought he'd got him. And Nick gets him on that one. 3 strikeouts in the innings. That's it. We'll be back with the third. All right, we are back. of the third innings. Back to the top of the order with Matthew Courtney. Matthew lined out sharply to young Lachlan Heap over at shortstop and gets after that first pitch, fouled it back. And takes that pitch for a strike. And fouls that one off to stay alive and see another pitch. And punches that. Picked up at shortstop and beautifully thrown over there by Lachlan Heap. Excellent work to get Matthew Courtney by about half a step. That was an excellent play by the shortstop there. Backing up a diving Sebastian Matthews. Lucas takes that ball in the dirt. And Lucas swings over that change up. And swings at another pitch. That's very low. And Lucas leaves that one out. And Lucas went around and that ball was dropped by Kai, but picked up, thrown over to Jack Nairn for the out. Lucas tried checking up on that, but couldn't quite hold that bat back. Chris Ings grounds that first pitch to shortstop, thrown over, and that's the end of the third innings. We'll be back with the top of the fourth in a few moments. we're back with the top of the fourth innings. Back to the top of the order for Ryde with Lachlan Heap, the shortstop at bat. Change in the offense, the defence for Baulkham Hills. We've got Brett Ardill taking over the duties on the mound after Nick threw beautifully, and Lachlan just pops that one just toward the outfield behind second base. Matthew Courtney back easily to take that catch. One away. Brings up Frank Clark. Frank, a strikeout victim in the first innings. And Frank tries a bunt. Called a swing by home plate umpire Joel Marchant. Brett just missing on that one. And Brett missing low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Frank working that count to 3 balls and 1 strike. And Brett misses, and Ryde have their first base runner. Matt O'Neill, the designated hitter, now at bat. Matt lined out on a diving catch by Jordan Castle in the first innings. That ball was very nearly directly over the top of the second base bag. Brett takes the count to 1-1 at the moment. I was saying earlier with Matt's at bat, as Brett checks over at Frank. Matt has recently returned from Guam after managing a successful Australian under-12 tour there for the World Cup qualifier. Congratulations to that team for qualifying the Australia region into, and that ball gets away from Craig Lewis. It was an errant throw there by Brett. Craig had to reach right across Frank to try and get that one. Didn't quite pick it up. And the ball skipping away, allowing Frank to take second base. And a change up. Matt fouls that one back. O'Neill leaves that ball. Counts now 2-2. And that pitch in the dirt jumps away from Caleb Tunkin. Frank Takes that opportunity to move to third base on that wild pitch. And Brett grabs that ball that was hit hard back at him, checks Frank back, gets Matt O'Neill at first base by about a step, and Craig Lewis threw that ball over to Chris Ings to try and get Frank, who was diving back into third base. 2 out for Ryde. And Seb Matthews takes a strike. And swings at that next pitch, 2 strikes. And Seb gets a piece of that one, but fouls that way over the batting tunnel in that left field foul territory. Misses on that one. Has got a number of balls to play with, so just letting that go, despite the fact that he's on 2 strikes. And fouls that one. Just to stay alive. There's an opportunity to get a run across the plate here on a safe hit. And does just that. Pulling that ball round to right field for a single. Sam Leffick attempting to make that play at first base. Jack Nairn now at the plate. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Chris Ings moving nicely across to his glove side, picking that up, making an easy throw to Craig Lewis at first base for the last out. Not before Ryde put 1 run across the plate. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th innings in a moment. All right, we are back. Bottom of the fourth innings, Ryde put a run across in the top half of this innings. See if Baulkham Hills can answer that. Jordan Castle now at bat. Takes a big swing, just tips that one into the mitt of Kai Stacey. Jordan fouls that one out of play to the right-hand side and onto the roof of the club building. Jordan leaves that one down and out. Leaves that one down as well. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Jordan leaves that one. That was very close, but Lex did not get the call. Baulkham Hills have another base runner. Craig Lewis now at bat. Takes that pitch just on the top of the zone. Lex just checks Jordan back to the base. And checks Jordan back again. Craig swings at that high fastball, tipping into Kai Stacey's mitt. 2 strikes now. Craig punches that one past the diving Sebastian Matthews into left field for a single. Moves Jordan Castle up to second base. Adrian Hamley also singled to 7 in his first at-bat in the second innings. Unfortunately, Baulkham Hills unable to convert anything in that innings, leaving 3 runners aboard. Adrian Hamley tries to put the bunt down, but pops that foul just on the right-hand side. And Lex turns, just pushing Jordan Castle back towards that base. Jordan taking a decent lead there. However, Kai Stacey's not holding him on at all. He's away. And Adrian lays down that sacrifice bunt, moving both runners across to first and second. Picked up nicely by Lex and thrown across to Jun. Kamaya Raoso, who covered first base while Jack Nan came in. That was very well executed by Adrian, but very good of Ryde to make sure that they got at least one out there. Brings Sam Levick to the plate. Lex getting that call, clipping the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's only 1 out. So a fly ball to the outfield should score Jordan Castle from second base. A decent hit. Could score 2. Lex missing on that one. Chat there between Lachlan Heap and Lex Truddles. Lex now set. Sam punches that one foul on the right-hand side over the fence. No chance for Luke Livian to make an attempt on that. Sam with 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Sam Levick punches that ball down the right-hand side, sorry, left-hand side, and makes the infield hit. Scoring Jordan Castle from third base as well. Baulkham Hills have tied up the score here. Runners on first and third. Kai just letting the infield know what Ryde are going to do in the event of an attempted steal. Caleb Tunkin now at bat. And Lex just checks Sam back to the base, not wanting to get too far off. Clouds have come over once again here at Northmead. Very humid day. Still quite bright out there. There's a nice little breeze just coming through. Home plate umpire Joel Marchant just making the call of strike there. And Caleb misses that pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's only 1 out. That ball low, nicely blocked there by Kai Stacey. Keep it in front. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caleb gets his sign from team manager Scott Downey over there at third base. Lex has got his sign from Kai. Cubby keeps his hands in on that one. Fouls it off to the right-hand side out into the car park, missing all of the cars. Not that there are very many cars at the moment on that side of the car park. Caleb punching that ball into deep right field, taken by Luke Livian. However, Craig Lewis tagging up and scoring the second run of the innings. Sacrifice fly there for Caleb Tunkin. Two away for Baulkham Hills. Sam Levick remains at first base. Tim Richards, designated hitter now at bat. And Sam just got back in time there. I think he was leaning a little bit, wasn't quite ready to get that, to get back for that pick off. Came in standing up. Tim Richards leaves that ball high. Tim pops that one into foul territory on the left-hand side, and he's taken by Kai Stacey to end the innings. Not before Baulkham Hills score 2 runs and take the lead. We'll be back with the top of the 5th innings very shortly. And we are back. Brett Ardill continuing to work on the mound. Luke Livian takes that first pitch strike. gets onto that ball and pulls it foul. Luke punches that ball back up the middle. Jordan Castle couldn't quite gather that one, so Luke is aboard with an infield single. I don't think the scorers are going to record that as an error. That was a difficult ball to pick up. Brings Kai Stacey to the plate. Kai foul tipped that ball, and that is ground out to second base on that first pitch, moving Luke across to second, but making the out. Good distance travelled by young Matthew Courtney to get across to that ball. Just an underhand throw to Craig Lewis at first base. Matt Kelleher now batting. Brett starts him off with a strike. Big thank you to Blake Stewart from Exceptional Electrical for supporting our club. A big fly ball out to Lucas Setter, can of corn. Tag, but no advance there from Luke Livian. 2 away. Blake Stewart, Exceptional Electrical Services. If you need any electrical work done, please get in touch with our sponsor, Blake Stewart, with Exceptional Electrical Services. Brings Jun Cameo-Raeso, second baseman batting. Attempts a bunt, but doesn't go at it. Joel Marchant calls the strike anyway. And Luke Livian got a late jump there, very late jump, but Caleb Tunkin could not get that ball into his throwing hand. And Luke is now at third base. That's 2 strikes on Jun now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beautifully picked up there by Matthew, moving very quickly across to his right-hand side. Turns and fires a great throw over to Craig Lewis. To make the last out, Luke Livian is stranded. Ryde 1, Baulkham Hills 2. we are back. The bottom of the 5th innings. Lex Traddles continuing to work here for Ryde. Back to the top of the order once again. Matthew Courtney takes that first pitch low. Matthew leaves that ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Just continuing to thank our sponsors, Elite Sports, for providing our uniforms. They provide a great service to us, and we're really appreciative of the work that Chris Swan and the team there do as Matthew Courtney swings through that. Elite Sports, located up in the Castle Hill business area. Give them a call if your team need uniforms. Matthew fouls that one off, stays alive. Matthew fouls that one back. I think that caught a piece of home plate umpire Joel Marchant. Just a little grimace there from Joel as he walks around after that pitch. That ball being fouled into the ground and then bouncing up, and I think caught Joel on the hand. And Matthew swings through a high fastball. Lucas has a big swing at that pitch, but without a result. And Lucas pops that one over the top of Jordan Camilloso at second base and into very shallow centre field for a hit. Despite the breeze that's come up, it's still quite hot here. It's about 30 degrees. According to the temperature readings I've got, and Lex just checks Lucas back to the base. Chris shows bunt. But that was a ball. Chris takes that inside. Kai Stacey tries to backdoor Lucas at first base, but back fairly easily. And Lachlan Heap picks that ball up and throws Chris out at first. Couldn't get the out at second base. Lucas set it very, very quick between the base paths there. That's 2 away, however, for Baulkham Hills. And we've just had time called. The Ryde coach is coming out to have a quick chat with Lex just to see how he's doing. He's been working very hard, this young man. Had some very long innings. The second innings and fourth innings were quite long indeed, although a number of long at-bats as well. Working the count full on a number of batters. I think the coach is just giving him a chance to catch his breath. No changes. Lex being allowed to continue. Just another quick shout out to Poolworks, our sponsor. If you have a pool and you need some work done on it, or an assessment on the condition of your water, advice on your pump or chlorination, please get in touch with our club sponsor, Poolworks. Jordan Castle now at bat. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Jordan leaves that ball low. And Lucas was certainly looking to take that base, but scampered back with Lex doing that the old spaghetti turn. Jordan swings through that pitch, doesn't quite get that one. A lot of calls coming from the Baulkham Hills dugout, encouraging Jordan to get that one. Jordan very cleverly gets out of the way, allows Kai Stacey in there to pick up that ball. Certainly does not want to interfere with that play at all. Jordan has worked the count full. 2 outs. Jordan stays alive, fouling that one back behind. Lex waiting for the pitch that he's now got the one he wants. And misses high. Count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jordan leaves that pitch and takes a walk. Craig Lewis steps up with 2 out, runners on 1 and 2. And that will do it for Lex Traddles. Looks like young Daniel Thwaites is stepping onto the mound for Ryde. Daniel is also a member of the New South Wales Metro Under-18 squad, along with his centrefield counterpart, Frank Clark. Daniel, a hard-throwing right-hander, had a good outing not that long ago against the New Zealand World Cup qualifier, where we played a friendly. I say we. I help out the under-18s Metro side. Daniel had a very good outing against the New Zealand World Cup qualifier squad. And just a very quick shout out to all of the boys in the Australian World Cup qualifying squad, taking the first 3 games against New Zealand and moving Australia into the World Cup qualifier, or the World Cup, next year in the under-18s category. Well done, young men. All right, we're ready to go. All right, we're back at it. Daniel Thwaites is on the mound to pitch. Jordan Castle standing at first base, Lucas Setter at second base. Craig Lewis now steps into bat. Craig walked in the second innings and had a single and a run in the 4th innings. Leaves that one outside. And Craig, line drive into centre field. However, Frank Clark charging in on that ball. Jack Nan coming across very, very quickly to cut that ball off, to hold Craig to a single and all of the other runners to 1 base each. So the bases are now loaded, with Adrian Hamley coming up to bat. Adrian singled in the second innings and laid down a sacrifice bunt, which got Jordan Castle and Craig Lewis into scoring position. And he's called on that second pitch as well. 2 strikes. Sam Levick then scoring one of those runners with his hit. Craig Lewis coming home on a wild pitch. Or a wild throw, sorry. Adrian Hamley getting bat on that one. Staying alive with 2 strikes. that ball very low. Kept under control by Kai Stacey. And Adrian Hamley just chopping that one down. Daniel Thwaites coming out, picking that ball up, and an easy little flip to Kai Stacey to get Lucas Setter coming home. That will end the innings. This score is still Ryde 1, Baulkham Hills 2. And we are back into the top of the 6th innings. Back to the top of the order for Ryde with Lachlan Heap. Lachlan 0 for 2 today. Ground out to second base and a soft fly ball to second base. Baulkham Hills have made a defensive change here. Leo Turco, who played 3rd grade this morning, is now patrolling left field in place of Adrian Hamley. Lachlan takes that first pitch strike. And Lachlan Heap softly hits that one. Craig Lewis coming across with that very big first base mitt to take that catch just in front of Matthew Courtney. One away. Brings up Frank Clark. Takes a ball. Brett misses down on that one. 2 balls. Brett comes back with a strike down the middle. Frank is 0 for 1 today. Strikeout in the first innings and a walk and a run in the second innings to get Ryde's first and currently only run on the board. Brett can't quite pick that one up, but does recover. Makes the out at first. 2 away. Brings Matt O'Neill back to the plate. Matt 0 for 2 today. Line out, and that magnificent catch by Jordan Castle. I keep replaying that one over in my mind. Go and have a look at it if you haven't seen it. It was an absolute corker. And Matt takes the first pitch strike, and Matt also ground out to pitcher Brett Ardill in the first innings. Sees that pitch low. Brett misses up on that one. Once again, a big thank you to Baulkham Hills Sports for their many years of support of our club. We thank you for everything you do. Matthew rips that one foul down the right field line. And we thank you, Baulkham Hills Sports, for continuing to support this club in all aspects. Brett missing very high on that one. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Matt O'Neill. And Matt gets under that one. Into centre field though. Underneath that is Lucas Setter for the last out of the top of the 6th innings. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th innings in just a few moments. All right, we are back. Bottom of the 6th innings, Baulkham Hills 2 lead Ryde 1. Sam Levick, right fielder, leading off for Baulkham Hills. Takes that first pitch strike. Softly hit ground ball over to Lachlan Heap at shortstop, thrown out at first base. Brings Caleb Tunkin up to bat. Caleb is 0 for 1 with a sac fly in the 4th innings. Dan Thwaites getting the top part of the zone there. 2 strikes now on Caleb. Caleb gets that pitch and hammers it into left field for a single. Tim Richards, the designated hitter, now stepping in. Leaves that pitch high. Daniel just checks Caleb back to first base. Tim got the bat head round on that one, fouling that into the trees just in front of the batting tunnels and into the long grass. No one looks like they're going to go and get that one. I can understand that. Tim's got 1-1. That's the bat onto that one, fouls it up. And Dan gets Tim swinging way out in front of that pitch. And it's 2 out for Baulkham Hills. As we go back to the top of the order with Matthew Courtney. Leaves that ball high. Matthew swings at that pitch just over the top of it. And Matthew tempted to swing at that one. That was a very good pitch, Dan. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matthew holds up on that one. Very reasonable pitch to throw there. Count of 1 and 2. Matthew already swinging at 2 pitches that were down and out of the zone. Matthew leaves that one out though. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out. You'll see Caleb take off as Dan heads to the plate. Matthew hammers that one into deep centre field over the top of Frank Clark, and Caleb around third base and scampering home for a run. It was very well hit by Matthew. Baulkham Hills just tack another run on. Dan a little bit annoyed with himself on that one. Leaving that ball just elevated a little bit, so Matthew could put a lot of bat on that one. Despite Frank Clark moving very quickly in the outfield, that ball just kept carrying. Baulkham Hills now with a runner on two out. Lucas Setter at bat. Gets that pitch called a strike. Clouds have continued to come over here at Northmead. It's greying up a little bit. Still quite warm. And quite bright, even though there is a lot of cloud cover. Lucas chops that one foul on the left side. Lucas leaves that pitch outside. Dan misses high on that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dan turns. No Ryde defenders at the base though. John now just wandering in. Not too far out of position. John back. And Lucas is rung up on a pitch at the top of the zone. That's it. Not before Baulkham Hills score one more run. They lead 3 runs to 1. All right, we're back. Brett Ardill continuing to work for Baulkham Hills. Sebastian Matthews, once again, very aggressive with the bat. Fouls that off over the visitors' dugout into the trees and up onto the hill for a strike. Brett not getting the call there, 1 ball. focusing on that one. Not very happy with himself. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Sebastian takes a big swing, but fouls that one off his foot. And that ball is hammered into left centre field, picked up by Leo Turco, but Sebastian Matthews picks up a hit. He's now 2 for 3. Brings up the first baseman, Jack Nairn. Sebastian Matthews is being replaced with a pinch runner, Ryan Chow. Gets that call. Chris Ings picks that ball up and throws it over the top of Matthew Courtney. And it cannot be picked up by Sam Levick in right field, allowing Ryan Chow to head to third base. Ethan Zrinski is now pinch running for Jack Nairn. Ethan played third grade this morning. Fairly sure that the scorers are going to put that down to a fielder's choice error. Brett putting a strike in there on Luke Livian. And second base out. Out at first as well. Luke hits into a double play, not before Ryan Chow comes home. Ryde scored their second run. Baulkham Hills get 2 outs and clear the bases. And that ball is hit into centre field and caught by Lucas Setter. That is the end of the innings. Ryde score 1 more. And we are heading to the bottom of the 7th innings. we're back with the bottom of the 7th innings. Dan Thwaites still on the mound. Chris Ings at bat. Takes that ball down and in. Chris sees that one come in for a strike. Chris fouls that one over to the right-hand side, once again onto the building, onto the club building. And Chris gets that one. Hard hit ball down the left field line. Ryan Chow just not quite able to glove that one. Now, Ryde have made a couple of defensive changes in terms of positioning. Luke Livian has come into first base. Ryan Chow is over at third base in place of Baz Matthews. And it looks like Ethan Zarinsky is out in right field. Jordan Castle takes that ball low. Jordan Castle cracks that one down the right-hand side, but tailing away foul. One and one on Jordan. Takes that pitch for a strike. A off-speed pitch that Jordan gets underneath, but fouls it into deep foul territory on the right-hand side. Luke Livian moving very fast to try and pick that ball up, but couldn't quite get there. Jordan grounds into a fielder's choice there. That was nicely turned. And just beat the throw from John over to Luke. And it was just a quick attempt just to see if Jordan had turned to second base, but field umpire Neil Roper says no, there was no attempt to go to second base. So Jordan is aboard with the fielder's choice. Craig Lewis 2 for 2 with a walk and a run. Cracks that ball into centre field. Past Frank Clark. Jordan Castle is on his way and scores Baulkham Hills' 4th run. Craig Lewis with his 3rd hit for the day. Leo Turco now stepping in for Adrian Hamley. Takes that pitch high. Dan comes back with a good strike. 1-1 is the count. Leo, 2 balls and 1 strike. Only 1 out. Leaves that ball high. Temperature's just dropping a touch. It's down to 28 with a little bit of a breeze now. Again, that cloud cover coming over. And Dan misses down and puts Leo aboard with a walk. Brings up Sam Levick. Sam 1 for 2. And the Ryde coach is out, relieving Dan of his pitching responsibilities. Dan, with his AYC commitments, is limited to 50 pitches in a relief appearance. Looks like they're bringing Frank Clark onto pitch. We'll step out while Frank warms up. I'll be back in a moment. All right, we are back. Ryde designated hitter Matt O'Neill is into the game. He's now playing left field. And it looks like Matt Kelleher has moved to centre field, and Frank Clark is now on the mound for Ryde. Frank missing up and in on that one. Sam Levick stepping up to bat. We have runners on first and second. Sam takes that one across the knees for a strike. Only 1 away here. Sam pops that one into shallow right field. Jun Koyamaraiso runs across and takes that catch. That was very well done. Certainly was not an infield fly. That was certainly not ordinary effort. But there's 2 away now. Caleb Tunkin singled in his last at-bat and came home for a run on the Matthew Courtney double. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Off-speed delivery. They're just catching Caleb. Bit of a smile on his face, knowing that he'd missed that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Checks up on that one. 2 and 2. Time just called there by Caleb Tunkin. That one took Joel Marchant off the mask. Don't think that's where Kai Stacey called for that pitch. Three balls. And Caleb strikes out. That ends the 7th innings. Looks like we're going for 1 more innings. Ryde have a little bit of work to do in the top of the 8th. All right, we're back. Cam Holway has stepped into the box to hit for Matt Kelleher. Cam pitched in the 3rd grade game this morning. Takes that first pitch strike. Brett Ardill continuing to work. It's his 5th innings here. Just misses up on that one. Cam certainly in no rush to swing that bat. Brett comes back with a good strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Matthew Courtney backing up on that hit. Safely takes that, throws out Cam at first base. One away. Brings up Jun Kamea-Russo. Jun struck out in the third and ground out to second base in the fifth. Takes that first pitch strike. Brett misses on that one. Jun lays down a beautiful bunt there. Brett couldn't quite get across to pick that up. Great throw across to Craig Lewis there at first base though. Back to the top of the order with Lachlan Heap. Lachlan is 0 for 3 today. Ground out and 2 flyouts. Lachlan fouls that off to the right-hand side. Takes the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lachlan again fouls that off to the right. And onto the roof of the clubhouse. Brett just misses on the outside. And Lachlan skies that one to right field. Gobbled up by Sam Levick there for the second out. Very good attempt there by Lachlan with a runner on first, trying to hit down that right side. Certainly trying to get that runner across to third base if possible. Frank Clark is now up at bat. Ryde have 2 away. Brett just misses on that one. And sees that one down. Brett comes back with a strike. Brett just drops that one in the dirt, but Caleb Tunkin picks it up, keeps it on the infield. Baulkham Hills still with an out chance at second base or first base on a ground ball. And Brett pops that one in there for a strike. Fills the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. See the runner go from first base as Brett delivers the pitch. And as he goes, and that ball is hammered into centre field. Lucas Setter is back, takes the catch, and that should end the ball game. And it does. Congratulations, Baulkham Hills second grade, on a well-fought win. 4 runs to 2. Ryde, thank you for a great fight today. A wonderful game. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the game today. We'll be back with first grade in a few minutes.